Cassandra spent the early years of her life searching for belonging, but never really finding it. By the time she was in middle school, her family had moved half a dozen times from New Orleans to D.C. to Houston and back to D.C. again. She always felt like the new kid, and for a while was one of the only non-Catholic kids in a Catholic school. But the thing that kept her going through all those years was her tight-knit family. But in middle school, that began to fall apart as well. By the time she got to high school, she was determined to belong somewhere. And so she decided to try out for the drill team, the Bear Cadets. And her house filled now with the sound of her parents arguing, the Bear Cadets would be her refuge. Long lines of girls, all dressed the same in their white boots and cowboy hats, white fringed vests, walking in lockstep, dancing their way into stadiums to cheering crowds of people. Talk about belonging. It didn't get any better than the Bear Cadets. Well, after hours and hours and hours of practice and with years of ballet lessons behind her, she was certain she had nailed the tryout. But when the roster was posted on the gym door, her name was not there. I'll pick up the story in her words. I walked back to our station wagon, got into the back seat, and my dad just drove away. My parents didn't say a word, not a single word. Their silence cut into me like a knife in the heart. They were ashamed of me and for me. My dad had been captain of the football team. My mom had been head of her drill team. I was nothing. My parents had valued being cool and fitting in above all else. I was not cool. I did not fit in. That became the day I no longer belonged in my family. The most primal and important of all social groups. Had my parents consoled me or told me I was brave for trying, or how I deserved to be picked, this story wouldn't be the one that defined my life and shaped its trajectory.